Bill Cosby has been convicted on 3 counts of sexual assault stemming from a 2004 incident at his home outside of Philadelphia. Now, the first time he was put on trial, the jury couldn't reach a verdict. They were a hung jury. But the second time, earlier this year, they came back very quickly and said that Cosby was guilty. Now he's facing sentencing, and his sentence could put him in prison for the rest of his life. Each of the 3 charges carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison. Now, of course, Bill Cosby is 81 years old, so 10 years could mean the rest of his life. However, the guidelines call for significantly less. It's quite possible that he may spend 1 year to 4 years in prison. Under Pennsylvania law, often these charges are combined into 1 count for sentencing purposes. The judge could consider other factors such as the other women who have testified and the long history of alleged sexual misconduct by Bill Cosby and tack on an additional year. But it might not get to that 10-year level or the 30 years that would be possible if you go to the fullest extent of the possible sentences. Certainly the world is watching this case and watching what kind of a sentence Bill Cosby gets. He's 81 years old, he was a beloved comedian, and now really one of the poster people for the Me Too movement. His first trial happened before Me Too exploded, and his conviction came in the glow of the Me Too era. That said, we also have to consider that Bill Cosby is, of course, 81. He's legally blind. He has other health issues. And the question has been raised, how will he fare in prison? The state prison system has said they have facilities, medical facilities, facilities for older inmates that will be capable of taking care of Cosby in a prison setting. I would expect Bill Cosby to be taken out in handcuffs. This is sort of the end of the road for Cosby as far as the trial phase of his case. He's been convicted. He was allowed out on bail pending sentencing. He, of course, famously lashed out in court at the district attorney because the DA wanted that bail revoked. He's had time under home confinement outside of Philadelphia, and now, under most circumstances, most defendants would be handcuffed and taken right away to jail. It's possible that Cosby's lawyers could argue that since he's almost certainly going to appeal the conviction, that he should be allowed to stay out while that process unfolds. But often defendants are put behind bars while their appeal carries out because they're facing a sentence more than a year or 2 in prison. So it wouldn't matter under the law whether they stay home or not.